Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a...
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 180, 56. Here we go, dude. Here I come.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Set, 280. Right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. And middle. Check. Protein spill. Monday.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Set, 250. 56. And get that ball. Keep it on the hard. Move. 3. Check. 80 weapons.
They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. There's Scarborough on the toss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
A first update now from Cleveland. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip right.
They'll run with Geis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
2nd down, Haskins. He's got Burton here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know they're fans. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Hey, fly low.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Cooper's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. From midfield now, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Now Haskins on first down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the ground, it's Geis. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jared Davis showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, Peterson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Check. Check 3.
From the 44, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Exit. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. They'll let Peterson try and run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and long. It's Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the... yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Any day.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Geis. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a run with Geis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Haskins, and he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 2nd down.
Ready. No chance. Watch tight end. 4 down.
2nd and 10. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready to break.
Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Driscoll steps away to his left. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They go play action with Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit.